Come on. Oh, I didn't do that. Welcome everybody to RAWDOWN because I forgot to hit the.
Wait, hold on.
The intro here. Good Lord, we're off to a wild start. Man, we're live, pal. We are live.
We already live?
We're live. So I forgot to hit the button.
Sweet.
So, anyways, it's time to get raw. It's time to get down. It's time for the RAWDOWN, the number one spot for all things WWE. Right here. Actually, you know what? Let's start this over. All right, we're back.
Yeah.
And it's time to get raw. It's time to get down. And it's time for the RAWDOWN, the number one source for all things WWE, right here on the Turnbuckle Tavern. And I am your fabulous host, one of your hosts, the one and only. Yeah, it says Young Anthony. Well, I got a little something though planned here. I'm not Young Anthony. I am J-Bone of Coming Down the Aisle, and with me is my tag team partner, the MVP, Marco. What's going on, Marco?
Nothing much. I mean, young Anthony, obviously, he isn't here right now, but we don't need him, right? We can go two, man. We can do this. We've proven plenty times.
Wait, hold on. We have a disturbance in the back.
Okay. What?
Hold on. Whoa! It's the one, the only, the fabulous Chick FOLEY. What's up, Sheena?
Not a whole lot. Screw you, Bray Wyatt. This is the best surprise of 2022.
I know, right?
Tyson wants Chick Forley.
Forley?
Hey, listen, we all make a typo. Hey, Tyson, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, Tyson, don't get mad at Sheena if we say anything bad about any debuts, all right?
Tyson's on cancel.
Yeah, don't hold me to the RAWDOWN. Whatever they say does not apply to Chick FOLEY.
Tyson's got heat with us.
Yeah, he's very
That's what
mad.
I said this week when we were recording our show. I was like, if you lose Tyson, you've lost the people.
Yeah,
so.
we really did something. Oh man, yeah. So what's up, folks? How's everything going?
Everything is going awesome, man. We got a couple more days left in 2022, and we'll be kicking off 2023. Feels crazy. This week between, Christmas and New Year's is just kind of like, you either capitalize on it or you're just like, screw it. I'm coasting into the new year. You know what I mean? So whichever way you're going into 2023, I hope 2023 treats all of you guys well. So I'm stoked to be here.
I think I'm gonna start off 2023 like this.
Life sucks, and then you die.
Which is true.
That's one way to approach it.
Thank you, Vince. Thank you for those
Vinny Mac.
That's sage words of advice.
He's a great guy. All right. Well, this week we're going to kind of do a little something different. With the end of 2022, we're going to do our first annual RAWDOWN Awards. So we're going to go, we got a couple of different categories. I'll break them down as we go. Pretty much your traditional stuff. Male wrestler of the year, female wrestler of the year. Of course, this is only WWE related because we're a WWE centric podcast here. And so we've got, match of the year, moment of the year, things like that. And we got even one botch of the year. So it'll be interesting what we have to say about that. Because everybody loves you fucked up chant going on. So let's see what category we should start.
You guys have to come up with a catchy name for your awards. It needs to be like the Downies or something.
I don't know if we can. As
We're
much
off
as
the
I would
rails
like,
already.
Is that some sort of like urban dictionary term that I don't know about or
It
something?
might be. It sounds
I mean, I know up in the Northeast.
I definitely wouldn't call it the rawies. I mean, that's
raw-
definitely something nasty.
Yeah, the Downies is a. I mean, that I know up in the Northeast. I'm not sure about the rest of the country, but that's another term we use for
illegal substance.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe don't call them Downies.
like on The Hangover when he goes, "Why do they call roofies? They should be called flories."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
By
I mean,
next year, we'll have a catchy name for your guys' awards.
Yeah, we definitely.
Yeah, we'll figure. Maybe let's just call them the Bonies because I dropped the hottest takes around.
Or the Tonys. Maybe we said the Tonys.
Hey,
That's right.
Yeah. Well, no, because I don't want to give young Anthony any credit.
Yeah, how fitting?
So,
How fitting is it that like young Anthony doesn't even show up for like kind of like the first official
He's the
Raw
worst.
Down like
I know.
categorized show? Like
I was
He's the
bummed it was
worst.
going to be my
Awful.
first appearance on the
You're not
RAWDOWN, and
missing
young
anything.
Anthony wasn't going to be here.
You'd have to do
Yeah.
a lot of this. We could whenever he gives the hot takes, I to do my Becky Lynch glasses, and I'm out.
yeah, he chickened out. I think he was just like, you know what, the star power is too much.
That's
I
right.
can't take the
yeah, he could do-
MVP,
he
J
could
Bone,
take
or Chick Foley on the show. I have to bow out. That's
he had
that's
he had another Flex Seal commercial. You had to go edit real quick.
right. Flex, yeah.
Oh man.
Anyways, let's get into some collar and elbow talk, which will be our entire talk. So this will be for the fabulous 2022.
Collar and elbow.
Oh, baby. So, let's see. I'm gonna let's see if we could start off. We've got a number of different awards. Let's start off with this one right here.
We make movies.
He's so smug. I hate it.
The We Make Movies Award, which is going to be for Moment of the Year. Let's start off with our guest co-host Sheena. What's your moment of the year?
There were so many insane moments this year. I talked about previously that I just feel like this year feels like it's been like 5 years long. When you go back and like think of the things that were happening in like January, February, March, it feels like a lifetime ago. But I would definitely say my moment of the year, a moment that gave me absolute, just straight up goosebumps, was when Jay and Sammy had that tender, emotional embrace in at the War Games after the match. It was just beautiful. It had been building and building. It was just storytelling perfection. It gave me literal, like I said, goosebumps when it happened, and it was perfect, man. So it's something I will always remember from that match. It gave that match like a nice exclamation point right at the end. So yeah, that's definitely my moment of the year in a year that had a lot of crazy moments.
Yeah, it was a beautiful moment. Marco, what do you got?
So I'm gonna. So if you listen to the show this week, obviously Chick Foley show, we gave our picks. So I'm gonna change it up a little bit for this show, mainly just to stick with kind of like the storyline. I'm gonna go with the moment of the year for me because I know J Bone is gonna love this. Is the return, the inevitable return, the most impactful return of the Raw Down era. You know where I'm going with this. Johnny Gargano.
Oh my
Wait, what?
God.
Johnny Gargano's return. The roar of the crowd.
That's your moment of the year?
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
man.
Johnny Gargano.
Wow.
The return, the roar of the crowd, the
Looks like I'm going to
the
be doing
excitement,
this.
the right after the commercial break, the whole thing.
That was,
Man.
you could hear a mouse fart during that comeback.
No, mine is always my go-to guy. It's Cody. Come on, Cody returning to the glorious land of WWE WrestleMania. Like I said, there was a real roar of the crowd when that actually happened. Not like Johnny Gargano's. It just
pretty much.
Okay.
It was like, he was taken aback, like we always say. Seth Rollins was like if you go back and watch that, like when they cut to Seth Rollins in ring and he hears that music and he sees Cody Rhodes, you can tell like he gets excited, but then he has to like switch right back to, I got to kick this dude's ass pretty much. It's just that whole moment, just like, and then the stare down and the, it's good. One of my favorites.
It's beautiful. Beautiful moments. I like both those moments. Those are both very close for me. I decided just to edge out the Sammy J hug.
Ooh, edge it out.
It was because it was just building to that. You could just kind of feel like it's something like that was going to happen, and then for it to actually happen, it kind of almost caught me by surprise a little bit too. So it was like, whoa, yes, let's go. So. I love the Cody return as well too. So it was close. It was close. All right, our next category is going to be the I need someone to step up. The I Need Someone to Step Up award. This is the Breakout Star of the Year. Marco, I bet you're gonna love mine. I bet you not even guess who I got. But
oh man.
So Marco, let's start with you. Who you got?
All right. I'm gonna stick with it. Definitely Austin Theory for me. Like you said, I mean, we've spoken about this guy all year long. We thought he was like dead in the water right after Vince McMahon left. He suffered that horrible burn of a promo from Roman Reigns that Monday, that following Monday that Triple H took over. He was just like, "Daddy's not here anymore," and then that was like the nail in the coffin. Like, you didn't see him on TV for a little bit. Then when he came back, he was losing left and right. Every single Raw, he was taking, he was just getting buried left and right. And then out of nowhere, he just, cashes in that Money in the Bank. And we're like, oh, he really, really sunk himself now. But then the next week he comes back as it's like kind of like badass heel, like, got the scruff going every time. When someone's going to turn heel is when they have a beard, kind of like me. Like that's in J-Bone. We're the heels of the RAWDOWN.
I'm still a baby face. I haven't debuted my beard yet.
Yeah, so young Anthony can't grow a beard, so he's forever face.
Forever.
But yeah, no, he, like you said, he definitely, the year's ending. Obviously, he's just like kind of ticking upwards. So I'm kind of interested to see what's going to happen in 2023 with Austin Theory. It's gonna be a pretty big year for the guy.
Gino, who you got? Breakout star.
It's going to sound a little bit, strange. I think a lot of times people think breakout wrestler of the year is just somebody that was just kind of like, almost like a newcomer, right? But I feel like my pick is very fitting. I'm going to go with Sheamus. Sheamus is the breakout star of the year. He's been with WWE since 2009. The man's almost 45 years old. He started the year in a tag team with Ridge Holland. They ended up picking up Butch in this like Peaky Blinders type gimmick. And, it was cool. Like they had some cool feuds with New Day. And then they had like, the Donnybrook match with Drew and company and all that. And then, he just kind of really picked up steam. He like got into this feud with Gunther, and the Clash at the Castle was just one of my favorite matches. Like it just was incredible. And he just really showed what he's capable of. And he just got out there and just wrestled his ass off. And just kind of like, when there was no titles on the line. I think that's so important. He did an interview. I can't remember if it was with Corey Graves or somebody. He did an interview and he said, he just kind of decided that he was just going to get out there and put on some of the best matches of his life. And that's exactly what he did. He's not worried about titles. The man is what I mean. Like he's won Money in the Bank. He was a world champ, tag champ, King of the Ring, but he'd never been the IC champ, and he became the IC champ this year. And so that's why Sheamus is my breakout wrestler of the year. I think he's got incredible momentum going into 2023, and it would not surprise me to see Sheamus back in the world title picture at some point in 2023.
It's a shameful thing. Lobster head.
Hey, listen, we've on the Chick Foley show for years, we've given Sheamus his fair share of ribbings. We've totally been down the Sheamus rabbit hole, but I give the fella, the Celtic Warrior has my respect. So I'm here for Sheamus.
My breakout star of the year, I think, Marco. I want you to hang on to your.
Oh no, Johnny Gargano.
No. My breakout star was actually someone I was very critical of. My breakout star of the year is Logan Paul.
Whoa! I didn't even. Wow. Didn't even think of Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Holy wow.
The man
okay.
only had 3 matches this year.
Yeah, all right.
But man, did he do a lot with the time that he had.
Yeah.
I think he, obviously in the world of media and outside of wrestling world, he's obviously already a star.
Yep.
And I was very critical. Honestly, I've kind of done a 180 on him, and because I was critical mainly because of some of his outside stuff and bringing it into the WWE world. But it seems like he's kind of turned a new leaf. So, like, he's realized some of his mistakes, and like I'm a person about giving second chances, and I wish the world was more like that, but whatever. And I was like, you know what? Let's give this guy a chance. And then not only that. That match with Roman was spectacular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Not easy. It's not easy to come into the WWE and do what WWE superstars do. I don't care. I mean, we've had how many athletes and how many performers have come in and just fallen flat, and it's not a matter of athleticism or star power. It's wrestling is its very own unique art form. And to come in and to perform the way that he did, I think really says a lot,
Right. I think he's definitely excelled. I was actually, I made a little mistake here. I was supposed to give Young Anthony's picks. His I need someone to step up award. Braun Breaker. Yawn.
I mean, I don't think anybody could be mad at that answer, but yeah,
That's okay. It's okay. I just think there's better ones, to be honest with you. So,
who's his next one?
What was it? The We Make Movies? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn what the Tribal Chief says.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, I popped for that moment. I'm not gonna lie.
Good.
It was it was a small moment, but I popped for it.
I actually played that from my my brother-in-law was on my show a couple months ago, and whenever that week of, I actually played it, and he popped for it. Like, he loved that whole segment. So. It was actually on Coming Down the Aisle, so it was he loved it. He laughed the whole time, so it's good stuff. I mean, I think the Jay stuff and Cody, like I said, I think that's kind of a little bit more neck and neck. On that. So let's see here. We did we got that. Let's do this one.
But I'm not good enough to call Backlash.
The I'm not good enough to call Backlash pay-per-view of the year. What is y'all's pick for the pay-per-view of the year?
I think we have the same.
Yeah, Marco and I have the same one.
Okay.
We have the same one for different reasons, but I mean, probably for the same reasons. But mine's more, like I said, more intimate in that sense, where I was actually there in attendance, which would be Survivor Series War Games. Yep, and actually seeing it live is pretty insane. And it being the first, time that we actually seen War Games, mixed with Survivor Series, and we gave our takes on the Chick Foley show about what we think it should be like next year. Right. But just the environment, like I said, it's just seeing the two cages too set up side by side.
Yeah.
Having that like I said, I had my son there. It was his first ever WWE event. My first one for the year. So I think it was a little bit more, more exciting. But the matches killed it. I think we talked about this top to bottom on RAWDOWN.
It was a short card. There was only 5 matches on the card. Obviously the War Games matches were long. But the War Games match, the men's War Games match was spectacular.
Yes.
The only down part of the show was Shotzi and Ronda. And I think just because it was surrounded by such other great matches, the triple threat and whatnot. Yeah. I think that's really the only reason that it got undue hate. If it had been on a bigger card where it just kind of could have gotten forgotten, I don't think it would have been a big deal. But I just thought it was fun. I thought it was a great event. Survivor Series is definitely my match or my pay-per-view of the year.
Compared to the past Survivor Series, man, they look like a freaking
War Games really took it up a notch. The brand warfare situation was really starting to just grate and just kind of like lose its luster. We only had really one good year of like brand warfare Survivor Series, and that's when NXT came in. And so we got a run in here. Let's see.
What do we have happening?
A run in here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Let's see. Oh, you're not. Yeah,
Anthony.
Oh, boo!
He heard you talking smack, dude. So he had to come defend himself.
I had to come save the show.
Yeah, because
I
I
had to come
screwed
save.
it up.
I had to save Sheena from this shit show.
I screwed up at the beginning. It's okay.
The two baby faces, me and Anthony.
No, he's growing the scruffing. I think he might be turning heel.
Whoa.
Yeah, what's going on right
He's
now?
I'm
he's
pulling the Austin
transitioning to
Theory
to a heel.
That's how I turn heel. I just grow no facial hair. It's all on the neck. But... What's up? What did I miss?
Where the hell have you been?
Where the hell have I been?
No, we were just talking about pay-per-view of the year. So go ahead and talk about your pay-per-view of the year.
Oh, nice. All right. Clash of the Castle is my pay-per-view of the year.
Yeah,
Well and
close for
away.
me.
It was a 6-match card, but like majority of those matches were really fun. I think it was just the overall vibe from the Cardiff crowd that it was really just a fun show overall.
That crowd was hot.
Yeah, they really were. And I mean, for a match like Roman and Drew, like that was the one time in his entire reign so far that I was like, Drew could pull this off. And when there's a match like that, it gives you that kind of vibe. I'm like,
Yeah.
that, I mean, and Gunther and Sheamus, obviously.
Oh yeah, just 5-star classic right there.
Yeah. So yeah, that was and all the other matches were cool too.
I think it was because they had a dragon. Because don't you like dragons?
I love dragons.
Who doesn't like dragons?
I can finish something, but I'm not gonna. Do it.
Oh wow.
See, this
J
is why
Bone
I
likes
came.
Imagine Dragons.
Oh my god.
Big Game of Thrones guy.
So my pay-per-view of the year was WrestleMania Night 1.
You see, are we counting that? Like, are we doing night one?
I'm
night
counting
two?
that as separate. Damn it!
I mean, they do. In all fairness, they do call it WrestleMania Night 1 and WrestleMania Night 2. It's not.
Yeah, but it's WrestleMania 38.
Yeah.
It's not WrestleMania 38.
Well,
True.
It's not 38. Yeah, 0.1.
They do. They're the ones that
38.2.
decide
That
to
is
work you
true.
up the waters.
We'll let it slide, but in the
I'll let it
future, I
slide.
think if you pick WrestleMania, you have to take the whole shit and shebang, dude. You have to take all of it.
I don't know if I could do that. That's like 9 hours.
Exactly. That's why nobody else picked WrestleMania.
I was there and I didn't pick WrestleMania.
No, I mean just that night 1 was spectacular. Opened up with the tag team match with the Usos and Nakamura and Boogs.
The handicap match.
R.I.P. to Boogs' leg.
Yeah.
Banger of
in
a
the
match that was.
Yeah, it's such a banger. No, but it did get better though. You had Bianca and Becky, which surprisingly
Yeah.
was really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Then of course the Cody return and that match was spectacular. And then you got that Texas son of a bitch.
What?
Rattlesnake. I can't do it like Marco can. I'll leave the Stone Cold impression to you.
What?
How can you
What?
do better?
God damn it!
I'm from Louisiana, like one state over, but you're from Massachusetts. You can do it.
I know, right?
It's because Southerners can't do other Southern accents, dude. We can only do our
okay.
own.
Good point.
Like
Good
when
point.
you're a Northerner, you can really hone in on the articulation and like the inflection and stuff. Whereas like us, we don't hear it the same, so it's not the same for us.
That's why. Yeah, I was actually watching. I forget who was an actor, an English actor, and the person asked him, "How can you guys do like American accents so well?" And he's like, "Because we watch American movies. Like that's all
Yeah.
we watch over here. We don't like Americans. We don't watch a lot of English movies. So when we do an English accent, it's not like the best English accent because we're not like really in it that much. But they have more practice than we do. So I watch a lot of Southern things. My father was a huge Western guy when growing up, so I was watching a lot of
it blows
Western
my
and
mind
stuff,
every
so-
day to think about Beth Dutton from Yellowstone being like like from the UK. I'm like, what is going on here?
I know,
What
right?
is this? What is happening?
It's like
crazy.
Andrew Lincoln.
Anytime I see her in an interview, I'm like, something. Oh, whoa! I'm like disassociating right now because this is wild.
Young Anthony, are you going to take over? Do you want me to keep going? Or what are we doing?
I mean, what have we done so far? Just show of the year?
No, we don't. Well,
Show of the year, we did
Breakout.
star of the year, we did moment of the year.
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to give mine real quick? Because J-Bone was in the chat like, oh, if you were here, I would shit on your picks.
Well, I already
We
did
already
that,
kinda did.
But you could go ahead and do it. I'll
Okay,
let
wait. So
Becky
now
do
I'm
that.
here. So tell me why you're shitting on my picks.
Braun Breaker? Are you serious, bro?
Breaker's-
Come on now.
Yeah,
That's-
Braun Breaker, breakout star of the year. Are you kidding me?
How about Logan?
Wait,
Paul?
who did you pick? You see, now I have to hear.
You picked Logan Paul, which is
3 matches of Logan Paul as compared to Braun Breaker, who's been
okay.
champion for the full year.
Okay, all right. This guy, the
This
3
guy.
matches that he has like.
Name all the Braun Breaker matches. Go.
All the Braun Breaker
all
matches.
the great
that are better than the 3.
Well, first of all, J-Bone
Logan
doesn't
Paul
even watch
matches.
NXT, so his opinion should just be out
JD
of the question.
McDonough.
Yeah, that was a great the triple threat match. That was a great match.
That was actually really good.
Yeah,
I
now
don't think you can
Marco's
argue
like,
with Braun Breaker. I think Braun Breaker is a good pick. I
just like to give him shit. So
just likes to shit on everything I say. So did you have shit on my moment of the year, or are we good with that one?
come see, come saw.
Thanks, J-Bone.
I popped for it.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn what the Tribal Chief says.
No,
That's
it's good. It's good.
such a good moment.
It's a good moment.
All right, so you want me to take control of the ship?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's
All
go,
right.
Anthony.
Let's go.
Let's freaking
in the
go.
groove. Let's fucking go. We are going to move on to our next moment, our next award, rather, and that would be the Where the Hell Have You Been? Return of the Year. But there is a condition to this one. It can only be returns from SummerSlam on. So
Oh, wait.
Triple H
hold on.
era.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Now I'm confused. Okay, hold on.
See, this is why we don't give
I'm pretty
J-Bone
sure I
and
know-
Marco the power of giving Sheena instructions because, of course, they don't tell her.
Well, we just
Details
gave
are
the
left out.
categories.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but I think you're picking. I know you're picking. I think you're good. So, but yeah, go first, Sheena, because I'm pretty sure you're gonna be all right.
I mean, it's gotta be Bray, right?
Yeah, okay.
I
Okay, there you
mean,
go.
that's like it's. I mean, there's no other question that it's gotta be Bray Wyatt.
Well, you would think.
No. The return, the category is specifically the return of the year.
Right,
The
right.
build, the White Rabbit, the build to this return, the people just like chomping at the bit, ready to see Bray Wyatt again.
I
Then
agree.
the reveal with all of the
perfect.
Funhouse characters, and then Bray coming through that freaking psychedelic door. Like, I had chicken skin all over, dude. Like, it was like amazing when he pulled
Great
his
moment.
freaking mask off, and like the crowd just like it was. I got goosebumps just now just thinking about it. Like, it was insane how it's kind of played out since then, and that was my concern from the beginning. And I felt like a negative Nancy when I was like, they've done this with Bray in the past where they had this moment, this epic moment, and then they just kind of drag it on too long. That's not part of, I don't think that factors into the return, right? I think
No.
the actual return should just be like, here he is, he's back, and to me,
Yeah.
undoubtedly, that's Bray
100.
Wyatt.
You're 100% spot on. I had that too. I was about to say that because young Anthony, who did you pick?
Well, this is where lack of communication comes into play because I literally texted in the group chat, is it based on the moment itself or is it based on the whole package? Because we did a whole segment a few weeks ago of thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs middle. So I thought we were picking
It said
full package. So
return
I
of the
went.
year.
You can go full
Return.
package. That's fine. You just explain. Yeah,
I'm
you go
going
full package.
So I'm going with the Good Brothers because the moment was I was there for it. It was a great moment to see them return. And the
This
fact
is
that
a moment.
they've been booking them really well. It's not like Bray Wyatt, where I would have agreed
agree.
with Bray Wyatt if it was, we would see some more, but like from September on that we're
Yeah.
just getting these like videos. It's like, okay, we could see a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I
He
don't know.
did
they've been
wrestle
book-
at MSG though. He took out the modern day Maharaja.
That's true.
So
My boy Jinder. Can't hinder Jinder after all.
You
Yeah.
can't hinder the gender.
I mean, Good Brothers, they've been booked really well. They've been getting a lot of good matches with Judgment Day and stuff, my boys, Judgment Day. And they're letting Carl Anderson do New Japan, and I think that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
that is cool.
whole package, I'm going Good Brothers. But if we're talking about the moment, then yeah, it's Bray, hands down. But I'll stick
Yeah.
with the Good Brothers to keep.
Well, return,
Keep
yeah.
Yeah,
What'd
give
who
the
you
show
got,
some
Marco?
variety.
Yeah, I mean, no, for return of the year, it's definitely Bray Wyatt. I mean, nothing's gonna top that as far as in the W. I mean, we've like you said, we did that thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. There's no return this
Don't
past
remind
year
Tyson what we did.
that comes close to it. Yeah, I'm not gonna go deep into it. I'm just gonna say it's
They were all great
they're-
returns.
They were all great returns. Even the Hit Row was great.
Yeah,
their
that was the
return.
best one. Actually,
Yeah.
Johnny Gargano was the best one. But
I actually already did that earlier.
Yeah,
I faked. I played kayfabe a little bit on my moment.
yeah
of
he
the
already
year.
played that bit.
Yeah, so
I watched the match, and a matter of fact, I fell asleep in the middle of it.
it's the Best one, yeah.
Yeah. So no, definitely Bray Wyatt. There's no topping that for returns in the WWE except for Cody, but that was before.
Yeah, we were doing SummerSlam on. All right, cool. So let's see. We have 1, 2, 3. What do we have? 3 left? Three topics left?
Let's go with.
Oh, actually 4. We have 4 left.
Let's get one of the major awards out the way here.
All right.
The Ryan Hockenberger I Love Women's Wrestling Award.
We're live.
We're live.
Yeah. So if you don't know, Ryan Hockenberger, aka Hawk.
We're live.
We're live.
This
so
piece of shit who doesn't
so
know anything.
clueless at that point, at that moment.
He loves women's wrestling, and don't let him lie to you.
Yeah.
So we named the award after him in his honor. For
It's his
female
lifetime
wrestler-
achievement award.
He actually
female
calls
Best
it-
Women's
wrestler
Wrestler of the Year.
Yeah. He actually calls it girl wrestling. That's what.
Yeah.
That's what.
Girl wrestling. He's such a child. He's literally a 12-year-old.
His new segment today really popped me.
Oh,
Just
God.
saying everything that was fake. That wasn't a real police officer. God damn it. But who wants to go first on this one? The Ryan.
Since I'm the
Hockenberger
only
Award.
female, I will go
Yes.
first.
Oh yeah.
Ladies
Um,
first.
Ladies first. It's got to be Bianca Belair. I mean, let's just be real here. You can say whatever you want. There's all kinds of women that are worthy of a Women's of the Year award, but she defeated arguably the biggest name in women's wrestling twice at 2 of the biggest pay-per-views that WWE has. And she got a defense over Bailey at War Games, and she's got 300 days with the title, and yeah, she's the EST of 2022 for sure.
Yeah. I'll go next. I got a little bit of a hot take. So mine is Bianca. So let me drop this.
Hot takes here. Get your hot takes here.
I know maybe some people may think, oh, well, you didn't have Charlotte, you didn't have Sasha. You had Bailey most of the year, part of the year, right? So, yeah, of course it's Bianca. But my hot take is, I think if you even if you had those 3 women, Bianca is head and shoulders above all of them.
I don't think that's a hot take. I mean, well, it depends on how you're looking at it. Charlotte is arguably one of the most athletic women's wrestlers in WWE. We
is
haven't
Bianca.
seen her. Yeah, so is Bianca. Exactly. Bianca is an absolute force, just like built like a brick shit house, is just strong as hell. And she's built different than any of the other women too. And I just think they've had those women have had so many moments and so many opportunities that I feel like Bianca is just like new blood. Even though she's been around for a while, she's not new, but it just feels fresh. It doesn't feel like the same old 4 horsewomen situation, just bouncing back and forth. So I was happy to have the year of Bianca.
She's phenomenal. She's arguably, I would put her in probably top 10 wrestlers currently, in the world. To be honest with you, I know that might be a little bit of a hot take, but everything about her presence, her in-ring abilities, her promos, I think have gotten a lot better. And
Kids love Bianca, dude. Kids freaking
phenomenal.
love Bianca.
She's the face of WWE, in my opinion. So
Yeah, she's awesome.
all right, sorry, I'm blushing over Bianca. What do you guys got?
Marco, go ahead.
You want me to go? I'm gonna stick with mine from the Chick Foley show. I'm gonna go with Mandy Rose for
Jeez.
well, it's
I
not
can
a
respect
bad
that.
pick.
Yeah, it's not a bad pick.
You got to think
No, I'm just
she shows up in NXT, repackages herself,
Yeah.
makes herself like an absolute star there. Which obviously, if things didn't go the way they did, would probably been moved back to the main roster at some point to be in the mix in the women's title situation. I think they would definitely need the help in SmackDown. They really need the help
Yeah.
in SmackDown
Good point.
in that
Yeah.
women's division there. But
Good point.
400-day reign as NXT Women's Champion,
All right.
come on, rivaling Asuka in that sense with the title reign. So
Yep.
Fair enough.
yeah,
Fair
like I said,
And she had a killer
you know,
faction rolling with her the whole time too.
Yeah.
Like,
Botchic attraction.
Yep, Toxic Attraction, just
Yeah.
killing it. Yeah, I mean, it made NXT watchable again. She was kind of like the beginning of that whole like, NXT coming back to it, not to its prominence yet, but like on the road to it. Like she kind of paved the way for that because it looked like NXT was like pretty much drowning at that point until she showed up and then won the title. And then Toxic Attraction won the tag titles, and then they kind of had that reign over it. And everyone thought they were going to mimic, Raw was going to mimic NXT and have like Bailey and Dakota,
Damage Control.
Damage Control win all the titles, but they obviously didn't. So that can't be copied. So giving it to Mandy Rose, not for those other reasons, J Bone. I know what you were thinking. Because of the other her other profession that she had before.
Don't make me cut this segment, goddamn.
Those are just bonus points.
Yeah.
Oh man, Mandy's a great pick. But I'm also gonna have to go with Bianca. It's really hard not to. And I mean, it's really just because of the two Becky matches. Like that's really what does it for me. The WrestleMania one and the SummerSlam one. And she's just been the most consistent women's wrestler on the roster. J Bone, you said that she's top 10 women's wrestlers or top 10 all wrestlers?
I put her maybe top 10's a little too high, but I put her top 15. Like
I put a top 15 all wrestlers for sure.
Yeah, like I'm talking about in the world. Like if I was to build a roster, like I'd go like round 3, round 4 on her, like scoop her up.
Sure.
In fact, we did that a couple years ago. Like we did like a WWE draft, and
we got to do that again. That was fun.
Yeah.
But
so and I picked her. I picked her high. Then I've been high on Bianca for many years now,
and she's improved a lot this year.
Oh yeah, I will never forget. I can't remember what NXT event it was. Was she fighting Asuka? Who was she fighting? And Sam Roberts. She was in a very prominent match, and Sam Roberts, like, if she was in the main event, and Sam Roberts was like, he's like, she doesn't deserve to be here. She's not good enough. And I was just like, damn, Sam.
That was Shayna.
Was it against Shayna? I couldn't remember.
Shayna was a champion.
Yeah, I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, Sam Roberts was like, she doesn't deserve to be in this spot. She's not ready for the spotlight. She pretty much sucks.
And I was like, I mean, obviously he's come around now, but I think he's like that clip. I know he's just got to be like, God, why did I say that?
He was actually he was on. She was on Sam's podcast recently, and he's like, "Don't worry, we don't have heat anymore."
Yeah, we don't have heat.
Bianca heard that Sam Roberts comment, and she just turned into that Michael Jordan meme. Like, and I took it personally.
And I took that
she
personally.
Just went on a run.
100%.
Honorable mention goes to Liv Morgan, just because she was the only source of life for the SmackDown division.
Yeah.
But I mean,
the Liv moment was awesome. Like, I think her becoming champion was such an awesome moment. Obviously, it didn't work out. Like, it just, she got exposed a little bit, I think, once she became champion, and that she was paired with Ronda, which wasn't a good matchup for her. But yeah, Liv is a good shout for honorable mention. I wasn't even thinking about Liv, but she had.
I hope she gets another. I hope she gets another good run in 23, maybe 24, when you have some more, some more people for her to wrestle. Like Charlotte would be a great opponent for her.
Yeah,
Becky,
I think the biggest thing for her
more.
is just that she had organic, like, grassroots style build. Like, I think because she, I don't feel like it was the company. Like the people demanded Liv Morgan, and I think that's always a cool moment when like the people actually decide who gets the push, and she was definitely a product of that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm going with Bianca easily.
Awesome. Let's see what else we got on tap here. So we got.
You want to do the fun one up next? I forgot to send in my pick for this one, but
the botch one.
Yeah,
my pick.
We're gonna need a little work there award for botch of. We have the drop for this one.
I can't find it. Okay, yeah. Anyways, we're gonna need a little work
Jesus
there. Award.
Christ, we're gonna need a little work there for botch of the year.
Yeah.
And are we all going with Hit Row? Because I actually have a different one, but I want to know if everyone else is going for top dollar.
Yeah, dude, it's that one. That was me, 100% top dollar.
I'm sorry, but y'all are all wrong. It's the Vince Stunner.
Oh wow!
You know what? That's a really good shout. That's the worst stunner in history. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
And he already had a bad stunner.
Well, you know what? I give it. I give the nod. I give the nod to top dollar because I mean, Vince is like 80 years old, so I mean, it's not like I mean, I do give him a little bit of credit.
We talked about this. Yeah, top dollar. Yeah, he messed up, but really in that whole situation, you could also blame the wrestlers on the outside because they all sold it. And like,
No,
they,
he had-
what they
no.
should have
But
done
I
was
mean, what
stop
were
and
they
beat the crap
supposed to
out of them.
do?
No, he had.
I
he
mean,
had
they
way
have
too
this
much.
massive amount of humanity just hurling toward them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's
Landing
not
on
like
the
they're
top,
just
like-
going to no-sell it.
He had way too much confidence. I blame him solely. Like he's just like, yeah, looking around, hyping the crowd up, yeah, and then he's like running back and forth. And then
He
He
needed-
set himself
no,
up for failure with that.
He needed
buildup.
like 3 more steps before he took that leap. Like, he
Ugh.
leaped from way too far back. He should
he
have
hit
just
the
like,
rope.
yeah, it
landed-
was.
Ugh.
It couldn't have been much worse, dude. I mean, the only person that's got a worse suicide dive than him is probably Brie Bella. Like,
Oh,
that's,
God.
I think Shotzi might be up there too. If you think she does
Breeze
some
was
crazy,
bad. That
Breeze
was a
are pretty
Breeze is like
notorious.
Yeah.
Brie has some pretty notorious,
Yeah.
you know, suicide dive botches. Mhm.
I have 2 picks for this one. One is like unofficial, like it's not a botch, kind of. So my unofficial pick is I gave the nod to Austin Theory's Money in the Bank cash in just because I thought it was
Oh, okay.
ridiculous. the way
Yeah,
that they
it was
pulled
pretty
off.
repug.
The more thought that I put into it, the more I'm like, that was the best way that you could have went about doing that. Especially when you think that Seth and Bobby were the ones in the feud for the US title, and they ended up doing a triple threat match at Survivor Series a few weeks later. Could they not have just done the heist of the century with Seth in that match for
Yeah.
Austin to cash in that match? And then you do an Austin and Seth feud. There's so many
Yeah,
ways that they
you're
could have went
right.
about it.
Yeah.
So
you could have gotten a lot more over.
yeah, I went with that for an honorable mention. But another botch that was a good one. You're talking about return of the year. How about Braun Strowman tripping over his own 2 feet?
Jesus Christ, I think maybe we need a little work there.
There it is.
I couldn't find it.
Braun Strowman's return when he does his Strowman Express and he
Oh,
just
yeah.
slips and
Oh,
falls
yes,
right on
okay.
his ass.
That's right. Holy,
I had to
forgot
dig
that.
deep for that one, but that
I,
was
Yeah.
I have another runner up though.
oh yeah.
The men's Royal Rumble 2022.
Yeah,
just
well, I
the
mean,
whole thing.
let's just blame
yeah.
Shane for that. That's Shane
That's
McMahon's
why it
fault.
was-
Vince blamed
Yeah.
Shane for that. He cut him
Yeah.
right after
I
the
mean,
show.
yeah,
And
a
he
man lost
also-
his job over that match, so
Well,
and he probably
also-
lost his dad. You know,
Yeah, he lost his dad.
I mean, he booked
he got
himself to
exiled
be-
from the family
we got
and
no
lost his
food.
job.
We got no,
No-
jobs.
Yeah.
That's
He immediately-
all.
He immediately replaced Shane with Austin Theory. So he was like, "Okay, you're
Yeah.
out. Austin Theory's in."
at my new
Yeah,
son.
yeah. Goddamn Bell.
He's got a selfie stick.
Yeah.
What was Christmas like at the McMahon family? This like
Well,
Awkward.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I mean,
between-
let's
from
not pretend
literally
like they
the-
actually have Christmas together.
Their
I
Well,
don't
that's a
think-
good
stepmom
point.
was there.
the new who was Vince being, they took pictures of him with this
Oh, some,
new
like,
woman all of a
lady.
sudden.
Yeah, some
Was she
mysterious
at
woman.
Christmas? Like there's so many questions. Like do they have Christmas dinner? Like from January through December, there was something going on with this
Demise of
fucking
the
family.
McMahon family.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I was talking about on our show. I was just like, dude, this was 2022 was like I didn't have that on my bingo card year because it was insane. Like, Stephanie left, Triple H left, they're back. Like Shane McMahon got fired, Vince got canned. Like all these allegations came up. Like it was just a year that was like, what is going on?
And that's only in WWE.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're not even talking
Not
about all
only
the
in one
wrestling world.
family.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
WWE.
yeah.
I'm thinking Triple H and Stephanie. They did Christmas with Triple H's family, his mom and pa.
yeah.
And I'm thinking Shane did the same with his wife. So they had separate Christmases.
Yeah.
I don't think they were visiting the grandparents, the McMahon
No.
grandparents.
Well,
Yeah,
Vince
and
McMahon-
Linda was at the Four Seasons getting smashed.
That's right. Linda's not even like they split up. That's right. Linda and Vince, but like
She's sitting at the bar, just like, fuck it.
Like what is
Living
Vince
that
do?
single
like
life.
Kitty Powers. I'm going to Shaboom's.
I'm going to Shaboom.
living that
Vince-
single life.
Vince probably just pulls a Christmas story and just goes to a Chinese restaurant for Christmas. It's just another day for him.
Oh no, his ass hits the gym first thing in the morning. Probably eats his stale ass chicken and broccoli. Like that man does not get
Yeah.
out of his routine. You think the birth of our Lord and Savior is gonna mess up Vince McMahon's
He
routine?
finds out at 1 p.m. that
Absolutely
it's
not.
Christmas Day. He's like,
Exactly.
"What do you mean
yeah.
it's Christmas?
Yeah.
Where Where's my egg?
Where's my egg?
I need some chicken pronto. Pow.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah. There was some interesting stuff, but I don't know. I'm still gonna go by my Vince. But yeah,
The Ronda and Shotzi moment at Survivor Series, that was another runner-up for me for botch
You
of the
go,
year.
you
Yeah,
go
that
Ronda
was
and
pretty. That was
anybody.
pretty yucky.
Yeah, Ronda,
Botch of
just
the year.
Ronda was
You
a
go
botch this year.
Ronda with any
Ronda Rousey
opponent this
return.
year, botch of the year. They were all pretty bad.
All right, let's see what we got left here.
I think we only got tag team and
Yeah, let's
and
do the
wrestling.
tag team. So this is the anyone but the Usos
Uh-oh.
award.
We made it difficult for ourselves on this.
I know
one.
exactly.
The second place tag team of the year.
The first loser award goes to
First loser
The
award.
first loser.
Marco, who do you got?
Man, this was definitely hard. But I'm gonna go because you have to limit it to WWE, which is very, very hard. But I'm gonna go with the Alpha Academy.
Nice.
I thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think we kind of talked about this on the Chick Foley show. Is like, Chad Gable kind of has he's like kind of capped himself as far as like a singles
Yeah.
guy. But as a tag team, Alpha Academy, they've been showing improvement all year long. I mean, definitely with the comedy stuff. I mean, definitely have the big guy next to him helped out a lot. The interaction recently he had with Kurt Angle when they brought back the milk truck and all that stuff. When they recreated the Chip and Dale's sketch from Saturday Night Live, where they have like the bow ties and stuff like that during Halloween. Just like, and then bangers of matches too. Like Chad Gable having his singles matches on Raw were all phenomenal. Even the tag team matches. They
Were tag champs this year too.
Yeah, they were the tag champs as well. Like, I think I know a lot of people probably think like RK Bro, if you want to pick them as the tag
That was
team
my
of
pick.
the year, but
Yeah.
but I'm going with Alpha Academy because I think they just like skyrocketed during the year. Like they're kind of like behind the scenes, but it seems like as soon as like actually, you know what? Even a little before Vince McMahon left, they're kind of like on that rise. But it seems like after Vince McMahon left, they just kind of took over Raw. They were kind of like that needle that they needed. Like they'd be in the back somewhere, and, they pick up a match with that main event star of that night and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going with the Alpha. Thank you.
I think you. I'll also jump in because Alpha Academy was also my pick for this one, and it's because like they were the most consistent tag team for sure. Like they ever since Triple H has been in charge, they have been on Raw every week. I don't think they've missed a single Raw. Even some Smackdowns they were on. Between just Chad Gable matches, even a few Otis singles matches, tag teams, even if it's just backstage segments, and they've killed everything that they've done. Chad's been hilarious. Otis has always been funny, and honestly, it's good that we're seeing this new side of Alpha Academy almost, which is weird to say because they've always been like kind of a goofy tag team, but even more so now, like Otis really has a chance to like really dip back into that heavy machinery kind of Otis. But even now he's starting to show a little bit more of his funny side, which is always great. I think they just have a really good dynamic. And yeah, I'll give them the tag team of the award. I was like, can I pick Judgment Day for this because they were stable? But then I was like, no, I can't do it.
No, it's different.
Should have though, because they were group of the year.
No, they're not. No,
yes,
versus
they
the
are,
Bloodline. The Bloodline, really?
Well, anyone but the Bloodline.
Anybody
award.
but the Bloodline. Yeah, let's
you
say
can't.
anyone
Yeah.
but the Bloodline.
Just like how this next
So
award's
out
going
of
to be
two-
the
out of
anyone
two
but Roman
groups.
award.
Yeah, anyone but Roman.
Out of two groups, you're gonna pick Judgment Day.
Yeah, absolutely. The Edge version probably just does it like that for me. I love that Edge version.
Who you got?
You were high on the Edge version too, don't
I know.
you?
That's what I just said. I said I could get behind that.
Oh, all right.
Lay off me. I'm starving.
Lay off me, I'm starving.
Yeah, I'm going with RK Bro. I just feel like, dude, they were so entertaining. Randy Orton did some of the best work of his career. He looked like he was having the most fun of his career working with Matt Riddle. They successfully defended themselves in the triple threat match at WrestleMania against the Street Profits and Alpha Academy. Had some great matches with Alpha Academy. Unfortunately, the tag team didn't get to be fully realized because, Randy Orton got hurt and whatnot. But I have no doubt if Matt Riddle can make it through 2023 and the rest of the year without something crazy happening, that they'll reunite and it'll, obviously we never got like the straight up like heel turn by Matt or Randy or whoever was going to turn, but it's got to be RK Bro for me. I had the most fun watching them. They were awesome. And they were just a tag team that like was completely unsuspecting for me. Like I was just like, what are these two guys doing together? And obviously it started in 2021 and it kind of escalated its way up to the first part of 2022, but they really kind of peaked in 2022 with their match at Mania and WrestleMania Backlash and whatnot. So yeah, RK Bro for me.
I kind of was blown away, but about the Alpha Academy love. That's who I got too. Famously, I love some good old-fashioned mid-card tag teams. So much so that I'll put them in my top 10 tag teams of all time.
Well, I mean, all mid-card, all tag teams except for the Usos are mid-card in WWE.
But I mean, like even on the tag team spectrum, I guess. Like I love me some Natural Disasters. Give me some Money Inc.
Mega Powers.
I'm not. They're not
Ultimate
Yeah,
Maniacs.
they're more like lower mid carders, honestly.
Yeah,
Mega
no, something like that.
Pretty Wonderful.
Give me some Killer Bees. Oh God,
Killer Bees.
Yes!
Oh my
Rougeau
God.
brother.
Oh yeah, now we're talking.
Oh God.
Yeah, so that's what Alpha Academy represents for me. Are they like a phenomenal tag team? No, but that little
Mid card tag team wrestling is back, baby.
Beverly Brothers and Jays.
I'm a little surprised by all the Alpha Academy love. I guess because when I came into this, I was just thinking like best tag teams like in all of wrestling, and then when you kind of narrow it down to WWE, it puts a different lens on it, And when you take away the Usos, it definitely puts a different lens on it.
Yeah, definitely wasn't going to say Hit Row. They're definitely not anywhere near.
No.
Did anyone consider the Viking Raiders for the tag team?
Could have, but not with the Valhalla stuff happening. They
Valhalla. Max the Impaler.
Hey, leave Sarah Logan alone.
Oh yeah, she's like Sheena.
She's a Kentucky girl,
Yes,
and she like raises Highland cows. She's a homesteader.
Yeah,
she's like a super crunchy hippie mom. Like leave Sarah Logan alone. I got nothing but love for Valhalla.
I'll leave Sarah Logan alone. I won't leave Valhalla.
They will say this. Don't listen to any RAWDOWN episodes when she debuted.
Yeah, don't listen to the Valhalla debut episode because that was ripped into that one.
Yeah, mainly because of the gimmick infringement that happened. That everyone was talking about.
And just because it was bad.
I think there's lots of different ways to wear face paint. I think you can't really. She didn't trademark the face paint, so that was her fault. That was Max the Impaler's fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
I enjoy destroying lives.
I miss Vince McMahon.
So
I'm just saying it happens all the time. Big corporations come around and steal shit from small independent artists all the damn time. It happens every single day. I can't even tell you how many.
Triple H just did it yesterday. He signed what do you call it? What's his
Dragon
name?
Lee.
Dragon Lee.
Oh, we got to talk about that in a bit.
Yeah. The influx begins. The indie wrestler purge has started. Can't wait.
Oh, baby. All right, let's see what else we have. Is it one last category?
Well, actually, Tyson brings up a good question. Are we doing a You're Fired award?
Ooh.
I don't think it's got to be Vinnie Mac. I mean,
that's a big one.
Unanimous decision.
If we did it in like 2020, 2021, maybe there would be some substance to it. But like 2022 is more about the returns. At the end of the day.
More tame.
Yeah.
It was a more positive year, if anything.
It was the
There's
year
no
of
need
the
to bring up
return.
the fires. Yeah.
Tyson, should we do the worst return award? Do you want to hear that one or no?
No? Should we do the worst? Yeah, the worst.
The worst return.
Go around. Let's do thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs middle.
The worst return is Tyson coming back as on the RAWDOWN.
Oh no! Don't say that. No, we miss Tyson.
I do not condone anything that's said here on the RAWDOWN.
I'm kidding, Tyson. I love you, buddy. Don't do that.
You can call the tavern hotline at 304-444-2004. Let us know what you think of the RAWDOWN.
You can DM me at coming down the aisle.
At coming down the aisle. God damn it.
Tyson, I love you, man. You're the man. You always support us. I just like to, yank your chain there, pal.
He's a ball buster.
A ball buster. All right, let's see. What do we got here? What else do we have?
I think we're down to the last one.
Male
no?
wrestler of the year, my friend.
You got a guy like.
You got a guy like award.
You get a guy like.
No one else can do it. It's a Marco thing.
Yeah.
How come we don't have that as a drop?
We need to.
I can't find one. I honestly tried looking for one, and he always just he says it so quick that I can't even get it clipped. It's awful, but you got a guy like award.
Oh, shucky, ducky, quack, quack.
In honor of you got a guy like.
You got a guy like. What the hell?
Wrestler of the year, WWE. Male.
Well, hold on.
wrestler.
Are we putting in an anyone but Roman stipulation to this? Okay.
No. Well, no. But I don't have.
I mean, are we all on board to unanimously say that Roman is by far the best wrestler of the year, and then we can all go and pick anyone but Roman?
No.
Wow,
uh-oh.
J-Bone's wrong. So, I
J-Bone,
mean,
what do you-
that's okay.
what-
we could
Yeah,
just
everyone's
your
entitled to be
opposition?
wrong. It's okay.
So first of all, yes, he's had some great moments, but he didn't really wrestle that much.
He's had some great moments.
He's had some great fucking matches, bud.
I picked
Against your favorite wrestler,
Get him,
Logan
Anthony.
Paul.
Get him, Anthony.
I
I get him on every episode. This is
don't get
another
me
day
on
in the
him.
office.
Brock
for me. Go ahead,
Lesnar.
J-Bone.
Freaking bringing a tractor down
My
to the damn
wrestler?
ring,
No, I hated
flipping
that.
that
The
shit
Backlash
sideways.
6-man tag.
No, my wrestler of the
War
year
Games, Survivor Series.
Matt
very-
Riddle.
is a very Uzi pick. Sami
Oh,
Zayn.
okay.
That's my wrestler of the year.
Ooh.
Think about where he started from
Ooh.
and look
Wait
at
a
where he
second.
ended at the end of the
Yep.
year.
Hold on. Maybe I need to let J-Bone talk sometime.
But I feel like
wait.
I feel like that's more of like the come up of the year. You know what I mean?
The
I
breakout
don't know.
star of the year, if anything.
Breakout, yeah, kind of like a breakout of the year. Didn't you pick him
Yeah.
as your breakout of the year?
No,
No,
I picked.
I
Are you
picked,
double dipping on Sami
I
Zayn?
picked
No,
Logan
no.
Paul.
You dipped
Yeah,
the chip, you took a
on the-
bite, and you
no, on the
dipped
show,
again.
Dipped it again.
I know me and J-Bone can definitely back to back this because on the Chick-fil-A show I picked Sami Zayn as my wrestler of the year as well,
Yeah.
Ooh.
and I broke it down too.
God, I kind of like that, but I'm not going to do it. But
I
I
mean,
kind of like it.
There really hasn't been like someone that. Well, there's no one that's gotten more over than Roman than Sammy than anyone like Sammy has. Like when you
Seth?
That's my pick.
no, well, I mean Seth's had some great matches too. But when you have Roman, when you're standing in the ring with Roman Reigns
Yep.
and they're chanting Sammy, Sammy,
Yeah.
Sammy, that's why I got
Yeah.
wrestler. I got
I'll give
Sammy
you that.
wrestler
Yeah,
of the year.
and just to add on, obviously earlier in the year with the coming off of the conspiracy stuff that he was doing, leading into the feud with
Yeah, it was
Johnny
Raw.
Knoxville.
That was
leading
this
into
year.
that-
Oh my god, that feels like
Yeah.
freaking
Yeah.
4 years ago.
Yep,
when he was
leading
doing
in.
the conspiracy theory stuff.
Yeah, no, he had a great. I think was he Intercontinental Champion at the beginning of the year or no? Did he lose the belt?
he
at the
might have
beginning of the
been.
year?
He might have been.
I think in
Might-
January
been.
he lost it,
Maybe so. Yeah.
and then
Yeah, maybe
and then
something
the
like
January led into the Johnny Knoxville stuff. That was all great.
Which was
The
also
match-
great.
Yeah, the match was great there, and then him obviously being added to the bloodline. Him not supposed to be a part of the bloodline for more than I think they had like a 2-week story with him in it, but then it just snowballed into this big thing. So now
Yep.
he's in the main. He's supposed to be where he's supposed to be right now. As far as I think he was always like a main. Like it was him and Kevin Owens, and I always thought him and Kevin Owens would be together in the main event scene. But it always seemed like Kevin Owens took that main event spot, and then Sammy was kind of left behind. But I think he proved himself that he is what he is. He's great on the mic. He's great in the ring. Great personality all around. I mean, he does wonders outside the ring too. With his Sammy Casaria stuff that he does too. He's just a swell guy. I mean, why can't he? He deserves Wrestler of the Year. I mean, in my eyes, anyway.
I would give it to Sammy if the bloodline stuff caught on with the fans sooner, because although the stuff with Johnny Knoxville was great at the beginning of the year, and obviously the stuff with the bloodline is phenomenal at the end of the year, there was that time period where they started doing stuff with the bloodline and no one really cared about it.
Mhm.
Like, I remember watching that and being like, why are they doing this with Sami Zayn? You can just put him in the mid card, make him the IC title holder, and he would be completely fine. But they like paired him up with the Bloodline. It was just a long stretch of like,
but that
this is
speaks
kind
to
of boring.
I think that speaks to Sammy's ability too, because again,
No, you're right.
Like Liv, he got himself over. Like nothing that they did, nothing that WWE did got Sammy over. Sammy got himself over with his personality, with his promos, with just the all of the things that he brings, the personality that he brings to the the whole Bloodline situation. And just like how it's such a stark contrast to the Bloodline personality type, like he was just this goofy comedic. He gave the Bloodline new life, because I don't know without Sammy if we wouldn't already be like, Bloodline. You know what I mean? I feel like if they just kept going with the same old, like it would have just gotten a little bit stale. And I'm a Roman day oneer. I don't care if Roman carries the title from now until the rest of eternity. Like I will acknowledge it, right? But I think we could all just be like, golly, but he breathed the new life into the Bloodline, and he like brought longevity and extended the interest, and and then being over. So
good point.
And that's all. I mean, that's all him.
Yeah, no, what I think he did too was that there was like the periods where Paul Heyman wasn't on TV a lot with the Bloodline, and he kind of filled that spot not like. See, I always thought he was going to be like not an honorary Oos, but I thought he was going to be like an advocate, like he's going to kind of like not take Paul Heyman's spot, but be like that,
just be a mouthpiece.
The mouthpiece that can actually get in the ring if he needed to, like because Paul Heyman can. Paul Heyman can like hype up a match like like nobody's business, but
don't doubt Paulie's ability to take a bump. That man will take a bump.
That is true. He can, but you had Sami Zayn, and you can't forget too. Like early in the year, Sami Zayn was actually like he had like promos with Paul Heyman, even with like the Smack Talk stuff that they had, those after shows. If you watch those with Sami Zayn on it, like they were going like bar for bar with each other. So like I think he was like he was always in that, like he always had Paul Heyman's eye, I think, as far as that. And if you watch that the thing that they did after War Games, it was like the press conference thing that they did, and it was just Sammy and Paul. He pretty much said it. He was like that character on a cameo character on a sitcom that like showed up once and everyone loved him, so he got a recurring role. That's literally what happened with Sami Zayn. And I think I give all the props to Paul Heyman anyway. I think he's kind of like the mastermind behind this whole storyline that's happening. I don't give credit to the WWE writers for this at all. There's no way in hell they're doing that.
Paul Heyman is an umbrella and a monocle away from being the Penguin. Did you guys ever know?
Yes, yeah. Or a walrus, remember? When he was in the Firefly Funhouse?
Yeah,
he was
for a day. Another reason why I don't give it to... I love the Sammy picks because obviously, like Tyson saying to give Sammy and KO the tag titles, I want fucking Sami Zayn to take the world title off of Roman. Like that'd be crazy. Now we say calm down, right, J-Bo? Look, I'm a huge Sami Zayn fan, but another reason why I say it is because like the great matches outside of the War Games match and the Johnny Knoxville match, they weren't really there. They were, he was doing most of the stuff on Raw. It was like some short matches, and that is why I tie it into my pick for the You Got a Guy Like award. And that's because my pick is based almost solely on matches. I'm going Gunther.
That's not a bad pick. That's an excellent
pick.
Okay,
all right.
Huge 2022.
I don't hate that.
The man did a full-on body transformation.
Yeah. He did a full name transformation and a body transformation.
Yeah. Oh man, remember? I wish we had that clip where we found out live on air. His
I remember. Yeah,
we got to pull that one back. Oh man, that was fun.
Wait, Gunther.
You could give him Wrestler of the Year just off of the Sheamus match, but the fact that he pulled out the Sheamus match, the Donnybrook Extreme Rules match, two great Ricochet matches. Yep. I mean, this man was...
Don't forget the
Shinsuke match. I even forgot about that one. That was like the first great match of the Triple H era on SmackDown. I mean, and mind you, this was a guy who was this close to being buried before Triple H came in
Those
charge.
the rumors.
Because that R-Truth segment on the 4th of July, and Vince was like, I'm over him. Put him in a funny suit and make him dance. So we were this close to not even getting Imperium and Gunther. But I mean, this is a guy that you talk about like reinventing himself. Like he took what was a shitty name, like we just said, we were shitting on this name, took that, made it into something great. He's easily the best in-ring competitor that WWE's had this year. Overall, he's like obviously Roman's wrestler of the year, like, well and away, but like Gunther's like right there when you talk about like match quality, like it's definitely up there. Also, we forgot a category, but we'll get to that after Sheena's pick.
And it's a unique, his style is unique to WWE. You know what I mean? Like it's not like the stuff that you see every day, which is why it stands out. And so, I'm with you on Gunther. I didn't pick Gunther, but that's an excellent pick. I picked Seth Rollins. I just think for 12 months, he has been consistently amazing. The Cody return would not have been as awesome had it not been for Seth Rollins. Like, and I'm not trying to take anything away from Cody, but Seth made Cody matter. And he made him feel important. And that Hell in the Cell match that they put on together was just absolute freaking banger. And Seth Rollins, everybody that came into contact with Seth Rollins in 2022 came out on the other side better than they went in. Like Matt Riddle, he made Matt Riddle feel like he was a main event talent, and I just love all of like the nuance and everything that Seth Rollins brings to every performance, like wearing the Dusty Rhodes polka dots and wearing the Shield gear when he faced Roman. Like I just feel like he's always thinking like a step ahead. Obviously the Drip God stuff is incredible. Like I just love how I love that whole gimmick. And I love Seth Rollins, but yeah, he had an excellent 2022. Obviously, it's hard to overshadow Roman, but if we're doing the anyone but Roman award for me, it is it's Seth Rollins 100%.
I think you're right. He definitely reinvented himself too, because the whole Beast Slayer gimmick was like yawn.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm with you on like I love Seth Rollins. I remember when he got hurt, man. I was just like itching for him to come back.
He hurt himself, and it wasn't
needed
Kane.
to be.
It wasn't Kane.
If he didn't, I mean, if he didn't have to flip over an absolute fucking behemoth, then maybe you wouldn't blow your knee out. You know what I mean? Dude, the thing about him is like he's had so many shitty things. Like when he was tied to Rey Mysterio and that whole thing, like I was like, what is this is not the Seth Rollins that I know and love, and anytime he's been paired with like Baron Corbin, I'm just like, what the hell, dude? But this year, like he was the man. And even though he lost every match to Cody, but it did not matter. It didn't matter because you were still like, damn, Seth Rollins is the fucking man, even though he got, go ahead.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, go
you
for
almost
it.
thought he was going to win every one of those matches too.
Yeah,
against
exactly.
Cody, you're like, damn it, you can't win a third time, or he can't win. He's not going to lose a second time. There's no way that's going to happen. And then like obviously he loses them, but like you said, they both made those matches obviously, but Cody needed that perfect opponent for the return,
right?
For his return. I think you can't discount Seth Rollins. We can't forget also he was the man's man at one point.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I forgot about the man's man gimmick. That was pretty horrible too.
That's what I was about to bring up. You can almost say that Seth is the most improved WWE wrestler.
Improved breakout.
Because, I don't know if this is a hot take. It might be. It probably isn't. 2019 was an awful fucking year for Seth Rollins.
It was awful. It was awful. As somebody who is like a diehard Seth Rollins fan, like it was an awful year for Seth Rollins.
He gets paired up with Becky. Well, first of all, he wins the Universal title, which should be great. But then he gets paired up with Becky for his whole reign. He loses to Brock Lesnar again. And then when he wins it back, he has to go up against The Fiend and has one of the worst matches of all time. Yeah. So if anything, even 2020, he had a, eye for an eye and all that shit. So
Rey Mysterio
progressively,
gimmicks.
He's been, kind of building himself back up. Like 2021, he was getting there. Like he was doing more of like Embrace the Vision. He was trying to get his theme song over for so long. I remember like he would always do this and no one would sing it. But it's only this year that like the crowd started singing it finally. That's when you know that he like finally reached like where he should be again. And this has probably been the best version of Seth Rollins outside of the Authority stuff.
I love
there.
the Authority stuff. When I loved the Messiah when he was paired with like AOP and like obviously AOP got injured and that's
even
where
that
it all
was
went
fun.
sideways. Like when he was trying to get all of his disciples and he had Buddy there, like that was awesome. But it all just like came crumbling down, and that's when
There's
they
so
like
much
hitched
wrong
him
with
to
that.
With Dom Mysterio coming in.
You get
just-
injured. Oh yeah, and then let's throw in a pandemic.
Dude, Dom's first match was against Seth, like his first ever.
Which
WWE
was a good match, by the way.
Yeah,
That was a good match.
that was a good match.
Like you said, if you're gonna pair someone up with like
because they knew Seth could handle it. They knew Seth could carry that match. That's why they put Dom with Seth, because they knew Seth could carry that match.
And he looked good. They both looked good. It was a decent match. So yeah.
Good shit, pal.
So there was one more award that we forgot, and it was another big one.
it?
So it's good that we can end on this one, I guess. It is the match.
Oh yes.
The match of the year award.
Obviously, match of the year, but you know.
I know, right?
What was the match of the year? Who wants to start off? J-Bone, you want to start off on this one?
Sure, I'll start off. We talked about it a little bit because it continues on their Seth Rollins talk. Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Hell in a Cell. For me, it's not even close. And not just because
it's close.
Not just because
it's close.
That's close.
There's a close one.
Just some close ones.
Not just because of the bruise and all that, the shock value, but if you remember going into the match, I mean, obviously they had 2 matches before that, but that week before that, they both had excellent promos going into that.
Yep.
Seth really killed it going in there, and like that was like Seth's win right there. Like was that promo battle that he had, because he dropped some bombs on Cody while he was in the crowd there.
Forgot about that promo.
That's right.
Really
Yeah.
So that's why I see. I'm a story guy. I want a good story. Didn't have to be for the title. Don't want the little trinkets. Didn't necessarily have to be for that. This told an excellent story, and on top of that, it used the Hell in the Cell properly. So that's and it was inside of a Hell in a Cell too. So that's why for me it's really not even close.
Yeah, Seth got his revenge on the cell for that match.
Definitely.
Yes, the red cell too.
Yeah.
Who wants to go next? Sheena, you want to go next?
Sure. I will have to go with Gunther and Sheamus at Clash. I thought it was just a masterpiece, man. Like it was just 2 absolute monsters just kicking the absolute shit out of each other, and just like I said before, just a very unique style of wrestling to WWE. That Cardiff crowd was absolutely on fire. The chops, the smacks, the kicks, the slams, everything. I could just feel it in my bones. You know what I mean? Like when you get those high flying matches and you get like these cruiserweights and they're doing all this stuff, like it's still awesome. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But when you just get 2 freaking brick shithouse mofos in there and they are just chopping the hell out of each other, it is like something to behold. So I that match stands out to me 100% as match of the year. And then Sheamus, again, I picked him as my breakout star of the year. You weren't here for that conversation, Anthony, but I thought he just had an excellent year. He got his flowers at almost 45 years old. He's done everything in the WWE, but I feel like that moment right there really solidified him as like, this guy can go. And I think it didn't matter whether it was for a title or not. It like that match felt important and it felt big. And the lead up to that match when him and Gunther are just staring at each other, and Imperium and the Brawling Brutes are just scrambling around the ring and just fighting each other and everything. And those guys never take their eyes off of each other. It is just intense times
So
1,000. Good. Yeah, so good. So that's my match.
Nice. Marco, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I share the same sentiment. It's definitely Gunther and Sheamus. There's definitely nothing. I mean, for me, obviously, I'm a Cody mark, and I do love the Hell in a Cell match. But as far as like matches go, like Gunther and Sheamus, they almost had that like the reason why I think it stuck out the most. They almost had that kind of like, not to bring in AEW, but they had that like type of match that you would see in AEW, just like like she said, there's just like beating the shit out of each other, just the slaps, and just like it just looked different from what a WWE match looked like. It didn't look like the normal, like, sports entertainment type of match. It looked like they were just like literally fighting.
It was just like a UK strong style,
pretty much, yeah, like
wallop match, man.
Yeah, the
like,
crowd was hot. Like, it was just like, the crowd was behind them and everything like that. And the most important thing, Uncle Dave gave it a 5-star.
Big 5.
Big 5-star.
Big
Not
5-star.
4.25, not a 4.5.
Hell in a Cell
not
got
3.
5.
He gave it 5
Hell in a Cell
stars.
did get 5.
Hell in
yeah.
a Cell's a great match. Nobody's arguing, but you said it's not even close, and we think there's some that are close.
Yeah, Uncle Dave thinks it's close. I mean,
Yeah, Uncle Dave.
And I'm
thinks
not a big
it's close.
Uncle Dave guy, but on this time, I'll side with him on
Uncle
the
Dave's an idiot.
on that match.
So I narrowed this. This was probably the hardest category for me. So I narrowed it down to 3 matches, and I eventually got it to 1 because when I'm looking at like match of the year, like you, J-Bone, I'm also looking for story and like emotion in the match, but I'm also like focusing on the in-ring action. So on one side, you have Gunther and Sheamus, which was hands down the best in-ring match of the year, like pound for pound, like honestly, nothing tops it as far as just like pure wrestling. Made Sheamus look great, made Gunther look even better, like amazing match. Plus the little Imperium nod at the beginning of the match was cool too. On the other side, like for me, wrestling is at its best when it's unpredictable and you can like truly get behind someone. Like the last time that I really felt like emotion and really wanted a wrestler to win in a match was Kofi winning the WWE title. Cause like also there's bias. Like, I grew up with Kofi. He was my favorite wrestler growing up. So like I wanted him to win, but like you didn't know if he could win at Mania. You know what I mean? Like I keep saying,
were they going to let this happen? Yeah. Were they going to
exactly.
let this man like have his moment?
Right. Like, I keep saying like Sammy should win the world title at WrestleMania because if you do it at another pay-per-view, it's predictable that Roman's just going to win. So, just different things like obviously like Yeselmania with Daniel Bryan, like you get behind him, So on the other hand, I also put up as an honorable mention Drew versus Roman at Clash of the Castle because like that was, like I said, the first time that I really thought Drew could win this. And there was so much like emotion. There were so many times that you thought Drew was going to win. Plus, nostalgic, hearing Broken Dreams was honestly, I should have put that as moment of the year because I started watching wrestling in 2009 and I played SmackDown versus Raw 2011 so many times. Like that was the song.
Oh my gosh.
So that was good. That was good to hear.
He's a baby, Sheena.
I know.
It
just reminds me how big of a baby he is.
When you're doing shows with him, as long as we have, you just get used to hearing.
You just get used to my baby antics.
When he said 2009, I was like, oh my God.
I started watching in 1989.
Yeah.
I know, right? Jeez.
However, the match that encompassed both in-ring action and the story, the emotion, it was Cody and Seth, Hell in a Cell. Like from him taking the jacket off to, and even, we're not going to talk about Raw tonight, the best of show that Sneed had to turn off.
Oh man, he was so mad.
He was hot about it in the chat. He was like, I sat down ready to watch Raw and I found out it was a best of show and I was hot over it. No, I mean, I watched some of it on that show and I was like, this was such a good fucking match. I think we did like a live stream of it on some tavern like watch along, and we were just like, I cannot believe like this match is happening right now, and just that being the last match in the Cody and Seth feud for now. The bruise obviously, and just those spots looked so good, like the kendo stick to the bruise, and shout out to Seth because like he was the perfect dance partner for that. Like he kept him so safe. Like even though it looked fantastic, it looked very safe as well. Like he just pulled it off so well. It was a perfect balance. Cody looked phenomenal in the match. The ending was great with the sledgehammer. Like that to me is just like what wrestling is all about. I love the match, but all 3 of those, I really could have put any of those up as match of the year, but Cody and Seth was like just there for me. They were, but so before we kind of wrap up on the awards, I wanted to ask one more question, and it's kind of looking towards the future. And it's just, 2023 is coming up. What are some things that what are some things that you hope to see in 2023? Any people that you want to win a championship for the first time? Any moments, any returns, anything you want to see in 2023 for WWE? It's a loaded question. You can, narrow
I
it
talked
down
about it a
to
little bit last week. I want to, and I've been ever since I've kind of mentioned it, put it out in the universe.
Oh yeah.
I keep thinking about it. And I really want to see it. I want to give me Stone Cold versus John Cena at WrestleMania.
Oh my god.
Book it. Book it.
I don't know if I could get behind that one. I think
No,
my
I would-
booking was better, J-Bone. I'm not gonna lie.
Whatever.
Give me Stone Cold and Roman on night 1. Give me Roman and Rock on night 2. And he fucking beats both of the Attitude Era gods. Are you kidding me? You want to build
man.
Roman up?
Actually, Jericho already did that.
Oh yeah, Jericho beat him to it. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it, he did. First undisputed champion ever.
But technically, one-on-one matches, back-to-back nights.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. I'm
I get
hopeful.
that.
I'm hopeful that maybe since we have a changing of the guard with Triple H being in charge more so, I think maybe in 2023 tag team wrestling in WWE will matter. Maybe once the Usos drop a set of tag titles that those titles are so prestigious now because the Usos have given them so much weight that maybe just maybe it will matter. I'm not holding my breath, but maybe we'll get some excellent tag team wrestling and tag team matches
Bring
in
back
2023.
Demolition.
Yeah,
Bring back the Killer Bees.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bring back the natural disasters. No, I kind of agree with Sheen on that one. I mean, that's not my pick, but I do agree that like if we're gonna put the Usos as like the PWI's #1 tag team, like in all of wrestling, we're gonna need that. Like we're gonna need the tag team division to step up and make it look like they are. Obviously, they had all the feats. They're the longest reigning tag team champions. But when you compare like the match quality they had with like say the FTR, it like pales in comparison essentially. So I definitely hope they do have a better.
It's apples and oranges. Like you can't compare what the Usos are doing to what FTR is doing. They're both excellent and amazing in their own ways, but it's not even the same type of product.
But the other thing too is like
totally different.
You always get that back in the day. You got the Usos and the Young Bucks, but now the Young Bucks aren't even spoken about anymore as a tag team. Now it's FTR that's taken the Young Bucks' place, but who's still there? That's being compared to FTR.
Who's to say we won't see the Revival making a return in WWE in 2023?
I would hope so. I mean, Dax kind of.
I could see that.
He kind of alluded to it. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but he did say he wants to work with Cody again in the future.
Alluded to a lot of things on that fucking podcast.
Yeah, he wants Punk to kiss and make up. He wants
Draymond Greening it. Just
he's
fresh
really
off an NBA Finals match. Just
throwing a bunch of shit at the wall. See what
he's fourth walling it like crazy. Just like. Just telling all the secrets.
Yeah, I talked to CM Punk the other day.
He's in good spirits. He had
hear me out. Jim Cornette, not that bad of a guy at the end of the day.
Jim Cornette's a great guy. Great guy.
He's a great guy.
He's a great guy.
So let me see. So next year, 2023, definitely want to see them split them damn belts up, dude. At some point, like we need separate champs. We need. We keep the Universal title, but
it worries me how are you going to do that? I mean, unless you just strip Roman, but I feel like it loses some of that Roman lure.
Well, not even that. And the tag titles, like split the tag titles too. Like,
well, the tag titles,
Let me give you one of my things that I hope, which we won't see it, but we've talked about it a little in the past, and I think it would be so cool if you merge the tag titles. Not split them, you just merge them into one, the tag team championships, and you bring in the trios division for WWE.
I can get behind that.
That'd be cool.
You got Judgment Day, Imperium, Brawling.
So you're just saying have one set of tag titles and then bring in a trios, like a totally different.
Bring back New Day.
I can be here for that.
You have to bring New Day back together, teams, but there's a lot you can do with that.
You could spice it up to the trios, where it could maybe be like elimination tag style or something,
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we've talked about it several times on our show too. I think just splitting up like the tag divisions too. Like I think you need all of the women on one show and you need all of the men on the other show. So that way, like, because you're giving strength to both rosters. Whereas like now
Yeah.
it's so split that you're not going to have any meaningful tag teams
Yeah.
on either brand. You
Yeah,
know,
for
so
sure.
like you gotta merge. And I know that's probably controversial because you're like, oh, you don't want to separate the women and the men, but like you got to do it because the roster is. The roster's deep, but you're not getting a lot of people in there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you're not getting a good rotation of people. So I think if they're going to have women's tag titles, they're going to have to do something to beef up the women's tag team opponents and not just throw these tag teams together that don't really mean anything, that all have separate entrance music and no matching gear. Like
You
all
mean to
for
tell me
tag
you
teams.
weren't high on Raquel Gonzalez and Aaliyah? You weren't high on that team?
What a
No,
great
I've
team.
What a
already
great
like
team.
blocked that out of my memory.
You know,
that
like
way.
for sure.
you know, like Tegan Knox and
Liv Morgan.
just teaming up together for no reason.
Just make it
Send
stop.
out
I don't even
random-
care if Tegan Knox and Liv Morgan are together and they're like an awesome tag team. I could get down with that, but just stop the madness. Like just stop just throwing two random people together and just trying to make it mean something. Like, or just get rid of the women's tag. If we can't do women's tag, just don't do it.
I think
You
that's
know what
what
I
we have to
mean?
do,
Like I would rather
unfortunately.
it just go away and disappear
Yeah.
and give maybe the women like a mid card title for the women or something. Like I just feel
Look at
like
that.
this is
Finally,
just feel
thank
like
you, Sheena.
it's
Another voice on
ridiculous.
this. Another
Mhm.
voice on the mid-card women's title. I've been
I mean, yeah,
screaming about
I'm
that
okay
forever.
with that. Like,
Young
There
Anthony
needs to be
says
something,
no.
but you're not going to
I
be
see
able to
no.
do women's tag and a mid card title.
Right,
Like you
right.
got to do
Yeah.
one or the
Right.
other because
get
like
rid of-
That's what I was
it's
saying.
too it's too much.
I say, yeah, kind of like a women's IC or like a United
Mhm.
States, something in that range.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I
could
can be
pull it
down with
off for
that.
sure. But the strength of the women's division right now, like, and especially if you have them on two different brands, I agree with you, Sheena. They should definitely like figure out a way how to get all the women on one show, and then
Mhm.
we can start talking about like a mid card title. But like, you know, who are you going to have fight for the
Exactly.
women's intercontinental title? You know, is it going to be Dana Brooke versus Tamina every week?
One
Like,
hundred
make-
percent. Yeah,
Who's
that's
Mina
exactly
than
what it would
Tamina?
be. Yeah.
They can even
who's
have like
Mina than Tamina?
they can even won't they even like have like the NXT like women's champion as like the like
that
a
was
mid-card,
supposed to be
like-
the thing. The NXT when the NXT tag titles came, I know we're kind of going off on a tangent here, but when the NXT title came in, they were supposed to be cross brand,
Yeah.
and like that turned out not to be a thing, right?
Yeah.
So then they were like, you know what? Let's just give the WWE women their own title. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah.
Or wait, was it vice
Um,
versa? Was the WWE?
I think it
tag
was
were supposed
vice
to be cross-
versa,
Yeah,
yeah.
vice versa. The women they were supposed to be
Yes,
cross brand.
that's
Then the WWE got their own, or NXT got their own, and I'm just
Yeah.
like,
Because I remember Nia and Shayna came down like to NXT to defend those
Yeah.
titles, and then like the week after
Yeah.
they were like, you know what? I think NXT
And
needs
then
their own
Yeah.
title.
what do you call it? Bailey and Sasha? They
Bailey
went
and
down to
Sasha.
NXT
Mhm.
Bailey
and
and
defended
yeah,
their titles against
Yep.
EO and who was it? Was it EO and I forget who.
I forget.
Fuck,
I do know
Oscar?
who the-
Did they do?
It wasn't. Was it Asuka?
Mm-mm.
I remember
Oh
Oscar.
no,
was in the
EO
Big
and
Queens.
what's her name? She left already.
The little one, the small, tiny chick.
yeah,
the
the one that Nia
pirate.
Jax almost
Oh,
murdered
Kairi
a
Sane.
few times.
Kairi Sane.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Nia Jax almost killed her. a
Oh
few
God!
Yeah.
Don't even bring that shit up.
times. She did.
Felt
You know what
so
we
bad
need?
for
Actually,
Kairi
no,
Sane
that
whole
reminds
time.
me. We need the My Hole as a drop when she landed on her. bottom
No,
of
we
the
do
ring
not need that.
apron. Oh, my hole!
My hole.
My hole!
I actually have that somewhere in my phone.
Dude, add it. You got to add it to that.
We are not adding that one.
Despite Anthony's.
That's actually kind of one name I'm surprised they didn't come back. Actually,
Yeah, let's keep it that way.
Yeah. I'm not mad at it.
she's not.
mad.
You know, she's not like most girls.
No,
Oh,
she
you don't say.
isn't.
I'm not like no, it's good. Great theme song though. I'll give her that.
Six theme song.
they take just what they give.
One thing I do want to see in 2023: get rid of these event branded premium live events, and we've been talking about it for a while. Get Hell in a Cell out of here.
Oh yes, yeah.
Get Money in the Bank out of here. Let's start.
That
off
seems to
fresh.
be what they're doing. Like, there's rumors that the Royal Rumble is supposed to have a Hell in a Cell match. I don't know what it's.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Edge and Balor, but I don't know. I would love to
Elimination
see.
Chamber, maybe.
You know,
Yeah,
rid
Hell
of-
in a Cell does not need to be its own pay-per-view.
Yeah.
We've talked about
Extreme
that on
Rules.
several occasions. Yeah.
Get rid of that. Get rid of Extreme Rules as a pay-per-view.
I think Elimination Chamber is the only event that works as a,
Yeah.
because like, what are you going to
Because
it's
do? Every
You're gonna
man.
set
It's
up a
every man for
feud?
itself. Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
a match, so you
Right.
can just put that in anything.
You could also use it to build WrestleMania. That's what I'm
Yeah,
okay
well,
with.
that's true.
Well, yeah, true. I was going to say, like, what are you going to have? Just like a random June, Elimination Chamber, and they're going to build up a feud with 6 guys. Like, I feel like it works as just a,
Mhm.
or put it instead of before WrestleMania, maybe put it before SummerSlam or Survivor
Or-
Series as kind of the SummerSlam Royal Rumble, where
Yeah.
that
Mhm.
person goes on to fight for the WWE title. I don't know. There's
Or
different
let's
ways you can do
maybe
it.
let's
but-
maybe use the TV time to build storylines and build up the audience there on Raw and SmackDown, as opposed to waiting on
Yeah, that's a good point.
a premium live event to do so. They could do
True.
that as well.
Nah, I don't think so. I think
No.
we'll put Elimination Chamber in February,
Why make the TV
and we'll
good?
throw it in Saudi Arabia. Why not?
Actually, that's a wish for mine. No, none of those events anymore at the end of the year. 'Cause
Keep
that-
pushing,
gonna
pal.
They're gonna happen, bud.
Keep
Money, money,
pushing.
money,
All
money.
right, come on, Triple H. Use your Papa H powers and
Yeah,
break
so
that
that's right. He's going to turn
contract.
down billions
somehow.
of dollars.
Listen, I think
Listen.
it's best for business if we turn down the money.
Listen, I don't think we can.
And then he sees those $1 billion signs. He's like, Sean, I think we have to do another match.
Sean. Listen. Oh, you ready?
Hey Sean, can you get a bald head again? Can you look like
Sean, shave your head. We gotta go as twins. It would be weird if one of us has hair.
I wish we had Raw down then, because that could definitely be the botch of the year. That match with
that's
Yeah.
botch of the sin.
DX versus the Brothers of Destruction.
Yeah. The cane mask hitting the floor. Yeah.
Oh god,
Oh, my
with the
God.
wig attached to it, and the
Mhm.
Triple H,
So
George
bad.
Triple H cheering his quad, or not his
Yeah.
quad, his bicep during
Yeah,
the
and
match.
Sean's head wrap coming off, his
Yeah,
bandana
so-
coming off.
Him saying we're too old for this during the match.
And I was so happy for that
Audibly.
match. Because,
Yeah.
like,
I wasn't.
you know,
and you're
one of
talking
my
to a Sean fan.
the first
like,
WrestleMania
who's
I
the
ever
guy?
watched, Sean retired. So it was like, I only got like, what, 2
God.
months of seeing Sean in the ring.
Jeez.
So I was like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm older now. I can see Sean compete. And then fucking that match happens. And I was like, that's just.
Did you at least go back and watch like old Shawn Michael matches?
Oh,
Like,
yeah, of course.
Okay, good.
I was the one that said 97 DX was awful. So, I mean, what do you know?
Do you agree with that,
Anyways.
Sheena? 97 DX was awful.
No, I like all DX. I think.
I think you know what? I think it's the sign of the times too. It's a different time nowadays. A lot of stuff.
Okay,
they were
Harry
doing back
Styles.
then.
Stop you crying.
Um,
Go watch the Classic Match Classroom to hear my opinion on that one. But
let's talk about one last thing, and that is the tag match this weekend.
yes.
Friday, tomorrow night on
Yes.
SmackDown.
Oh yeah.
We got
What are your
Kevin
predictions?
Owens and John Cena
Previews,
versus
predictions, thoughts
Sammy and
on the mega main event of SmackDown, the
Gonna be
last
mad
match
good.
of the year.
Yeah.
What's going to happen leading into Royal Rumble? What do you think?
Sheena, you want to start us off on this one? We kind of talked about this last week. I want to get
Yeah.
Sheena's thoughts on this.
I don't know if it's just me, but I was not super excited to see John Cena. And I'm not a John Cena hater, but I was just kind of like, I don't know. I just felt like the whole promo, like when he came on the screen, he felt so overly cartoony for a match that like has some people that are just like badasses. You know what I mean? Like he felt like he was like a caricature of John Cena, like we're gonna go in there and we're gonna kick some ass. And, it was so over animated, and I was just like, I had like such secondhand embarrassment that I think it like ruined my
Okay,
excitement for this
that's
match.
fair.
I mean, I'm still gonna watch, but yeah,
I think Peacemaker's just taking over his brain. He's just always needs to be goofy now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out in the Peacemaker outfit.
Oh my
just,
God, please,
just
God.
totally
I love
go
it.
on with the
no,
the gimmick.
no.
I mean, am I being too hard on John Cena? I mean, I know he's always had that edge to him, like, kid friendly. But I just felt like I was like, you don't belong here anymore. Like, you don't even go here. Like, that's how I
You
felt.
go to
Future's
another
now,
school.
old man.
You go to another school.
Your time is up. Their time
Yeah,
is
your
now.
time is up,
Ah,
dude.
good one, Mark.
That
ain't need slapper, buddy.
I think John Cena.
Slapper.
He's been gone for so long. I don't think you're necessarily harsh. We just forget his goofiness a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't hate it, but I guess I was kind of indifferent. I mean, I'm excited to see him back, so I'm ready for this match.
I'm just waiting for him to lock in that horrific STF on Roman Reigns, where his
It looks so
arms are like
comfy.
3 feet out from. I'm like, let me
Yeah.
do this STF on my microphone here.
Yeah, and he's
Like-
not even he's not even locking it in.
Yeah.
But he makes it look like it's the most tight fucking submission.
Oh
ever. He's
yeah,
like,
he's like.
"Ah!"
He
and he's
is
like,
flexing like a mofo, and then Roman Reigns is having to like dig his face into his hands, because he's like, oh, dude, bring your hands back a little bit, bruh.
I'm more concerned with the outcome of this is the first time that Sammy is actually teaming up with Roman Reigns and how that dynamic.
Yeah, that could go poorly.
Because he's we talked about this last week. Roman Reigns is like, man, come on, I'm gonna smash him. I'm gonna smash KO. I'm gonna smash John Cena.
we got a Kevin Owens problem.
And then Sami Zayn's like bite his nose like ding. Like he has like Roman Reigns is like the the comment. Yeah, we got this. Don't worry. So he had to like, if you seen it, what was it last week? He kind of fired up Sami Zayn. He did his like manipulation thing, like how he did with Jay early, like a couple of years ago, where he had like maybe he gave him the hug. And he's kind of like gave that like smirk, like I got into his brain. But yeah, I can't wait. I'm more interested in that. Not really John Cena. He's kind of like an added part to it.
This could
Yeah, good that he's
definitely plant the seeds for like cracks to form in in the
absolutely.
honorary uses, affiliation with the bloodline.
Yeah, I'm gonna smash him.
I'm gonna smash.
Oh my god.
I think that's the most.
Will
interesting
John
part of
Cena
the
have a
match.
new shirt? That's what I want to know. Is John Cena gonna he's gonna rock one of his old
He'll have
shirts?
new merch.
I don't
Oh,
know,
you think
man.
so? I don't know. He was
I doubt
rocking he was
The
rocking
20 year. It
the
was a
shirt.
20-year anniversary one. He's
Yeah,
definitely
he's-
gonna have.
Yeah, that's the one he's wearing.
Yeah, you think so?
'cause the shirt that he wore on the 20th anniversary, they promoted that like a while in advance on WWE Shop. So they would have been promoting Cena by now. So I think we're stuck with this Cena shirt. But
Damn it.
but I think that's the most interesting part of the match is the whole Roman and Sammy vibe, because we talked about it last week. Like, how are they going to book this match? Because like Kevin Owens' whole thing for the last few weeks has been that he just wants nothing to do with Sami Zayn. Like, he doesn't even want to fight him or anything. So
Yeah, indifference is the worst. Yeah.
But like you would have to think like those are the two who are going to be doing majority of the match, because you're not going to have Roman, fighting for for the most part of this match. And neither will Cena. So that'll be an interesting dynamic. You also have Roman and Sammy, tag teaming for the first time. Will it show cracks in the bloodline, or will they get on the same page? And then obviously Cena's there is just to the fucking icing on the cake, just to throw another wrench into everything. So that'll be fun. And then you have to wonder, like, what is Roman going to do at the Rumble? Will this continue KO and Roman for the Rumble? Is Roman fighting at all at the Royal Rumble? Like, a lot of moving parts on this one.
Is he going to do one versus all like last time when he was?
God, I fucking hope he does. That would be so good. Could you imagine? Like, he goes through one versus all in the Rumble, and he gets on the mic. He's like, "There's no one left.
I just smashed everyone.
One left. Wise man. There's no one left." And then he's like, "So I'm gonna leave."
And then you hear,
"If you smell, like, come on."
Yeah, that's
that
probably
would
going to
be
happen.
so good.
That would be awesome.
God damn. They should have us booking this fucking show.
I just tossed everybody. I just smashed them all.
There's no one left in the ring. I just tossed everyone.
We love Roman over here, by the way. There was one episode where we just talked about Roman Reigns. I think like the whole.
We just did the Roman voice. I forget the episode that we came out with the Roman voice.
Oh, the
like,
Roman
why
voice?
did we wait this long to come up with the Roman voice?
Yeah, I love Roman Reigns. He's the
Acknowledge me.
Hear me out.
Hear me out.
That's the best one. Hear me out.
All right. Well, I think that about wraps us up, huh?
I think so.
Anything else you want to talk about? Anything?
I mean, yeah, Dragon Lee. That I think that's a good signing. I think
Like I said, the
I won't
purge
go too much
begins.
into it, but I think it's very telling that you have like Dragon Lee get signed. You had what was her name? Kylie Ray gets a main event
Yeah.
match. There was also Casey Navarro who had a little tryout for WWE. I don't know.
I
Starting
told you
to
the
see a lot
purge
of those-
begins.
those
Triple H
indie
is gonna
guys.
purge the indies.
Yeah, but that's all I have to
TK
say.
better
on that.
watch out. That's all I'm saying.
We'll be seeing Dragon Lee doing the Ricky Steamboat entrance with the fire in about 2 months anyway. So good for
They'll
him.
be
but-
chasing after the 24/7 championship when it
yeah,
comes back.
yeah.
Pro
I told you
Wrestling
he's gonna
Podcast
pull it
says
out of the
hello. Hey, Pro
World
Wrestling,
Pro Wrestling
Podcast.
Podcast.
Dude, that he went a little viral ski last night.
He did.
Yeah,
Good for
with
him.
his-
Like Mussolini.
CM
And a
Punk,
$2 donation.
oh, and is
Thank you for
what it
that
is?
Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Oh, okay, cool.
Mahalo, bro.
Raw down with our first donation. Look at that.
Oh, what a girl.
You should bring me on every week, pal.
I know it's the Sheena effect.
I know, right?
We were rolling in the dough.
Rolling in the dough.
That's 50 cents each, pals.
Yes.
I'll take it. Shit. Inflation, I'll take every quarter I can get.
But yeah, that's all I had for this episode.
Sweet.
So you want to hit the drop, J-Bone, because I don't have the drops.
You don't have the drops. Why don't you have the drops?
Because I signed out of my StreamYard account like an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm here as a guest tonight, basically.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, yo.
This is where we kind of plug ourselves. So we'll start with the I guess we're kind of a tag team match because we got Chick Foley on one side and you got I guess a pair with Young Anthony, but to our guests, go ahead, plug Chick Foley. Anything y'all got coming up?
You can find me on Instagram at Chick Foley. My buddy right above me, Marco, runs the Twitter machine over at Chick Foley Show. You can find all of our links, all of our partnerships, everything you need to know, all of our Pod Foundation brethren, including here at the RAWDOWN. If you go to @Pod Foundation on Instagram, that's all linked there for you. So yeah, that's where you can get in contact with me and hang out over there.
Yep, absolutely. Coming down the aisle, I'm going to be making my grand return next week, baby.
He's
Nice.
back. Where the hell have you been?
So I'll be back full force. Weekly episodes going forward, and then also with our bonus episodes with the Ultimate Miles, with the list that we do every 2 weeks or so. So stay tuned to that. Coming down the aisle, check that out. Make sure you can follow everybody else at the Pod Foundation, and of course, make sure you head over to the Turnbuckle Tavern.
Wait, hold on. Let me plug my shit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Jesus
Wait,
Christ.
I got to plug too a little bit. Jeez.
Yeah, Marco's
Just
got
cutting
his
us
stuff.
off.
He wants to. He's like Hawk. He wants
Good
to get out of
Lord,
here
J
after.
Bone.
Yeah, man. What the hell? Just trying to
God,
boot
doesn't
us?
know
How dare you?
What a piece of shit.
Marco, I'm gonna let you go first to plug.
All right,
I'm
yeah, no,
sorry.
I mean nothing crazy. Obviously, she.
Maybe we should be the tag team. Jesus
I
Christ.
know, right? What the hell, dude?
Just
I mean,
bury
I-
your asses.
Yeah, fuck.
She'd already, mentioned the bulk of the load, but I do have a new episode of Open Mic that'll be dropping on Monday, I believe. So starting off the new year with a new episode of Open Mic on the Chick Foley Show feed.
Yeah, I forgot to
so-
plug the Chick Foley Show. So yeah, over on the Chick
Yeah.
Foley Show. So we
The
also,
show
we
that
also,
you do.
we also
do
have
the
a
show.
podcast. I don't
Yeah,
know.
we also have a podcast too, the Chick Foley Show.
So yeah, you can find Open Mic on the
Yes,
Chick Foley podcast feed.
Yeah, so yeah, I interviewed. Her name is if you want to go follow her on IG, it's the Queen G22. She hates when people say this, but she might be like the biggest TMNT collector that I've seen.
Interesting.
Like known to man. Like it's her favorite is Donatello. You'll see if you go to her IG page, you'll see she has a tattoo of Donatello on her calf, which is pretty insane. But that interview was great. We talked about a lot of stuff. She's not familiar with wrestling currently, so I kind of clued her in on some things that were happening, namely like Hulk Hogan and his racist ways, as well as
He is a racist.
Man, you
as
took,
well
you
as,
took her back a few years. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I was wearing my hoodie. It's from the Black Wrestling podcast. They have like
Oh,
a
yeah.
hoodie with Hulk Hogan with an X across his face, and she asked me, she goes, "What?" She's like, "Why are you wearing that?" So I had to explain to her the whole thing.
Let me
And then-
take you back to
Yeah, let me take it back a
2014.
little bit, but I
Yeah.
didn't go into full detail. I just said he had some choice words for people that look like us. And she's like, "Oh man, I'm sorry I asked that." But then we talk about her like TMNT fandom. She's a retro gamer as well, so we talk about retro game.
Don't give
gaming,
us the
so
whole
NES.
freaking synopsis, Marco. Jesus
I'm sorry.
Christ.
Look at her.
I'm
Make-
sorry.
let
Yeah,
people
def-
let people listen to the show. Nobody's
Just a
gonna
little
fucking
sneak
listen
preview.
if you tell them exactly what you talk about.
Give me a little taste. A little taste.
Yeah.
All right,
You want to
so,
taste?
that's it. Be on the lookout Monday. Dropping.
You want to take a swing? And for me, Independent Epicenter, actually, I have a new video out for Invictus Pro Wrestling, and it's easily the biggest video that I've done ever. It's called Final Call. It's basically Invictus's year-end wrap-up show. It is a 2-hour video full of never-before-seen matches, interviews, and this guy is one of the hosts for the show. I did a lot of the
Woohoo.
editing on it. I'm really proud of the project. If you guys could go just check it out, maybe watch a little bit of it, drop a like, a comment. It would go a long way.
Congrats.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you. And, check out all the stuff that we do for Invictus. They're a great company.
Check out those Flex Seal commercials too. They're
My
they're
Flex Seal
great
commercials. that's for after the RAWDOWN. But we also have actually another thing to plug. My second ever Warriors of Wrestling commentary for the match that I did.
Oh.
It is the 50th episode of their show Proving Grounds. Another one of those little 5 to 7 minute matches. Actually, a really good one coming up for you. It's Danny Storm versus Roger Mendez, two wrestlers in the New York area that you should definitely check out. They got some good work for Warriors of Wrestling, and you get to hear my A1 voice, and I get to call a stunner on this one, and I really
Nice.
go all out for the
Nice.
stunner
Hey,
calls.
don't
man.
spoilers, bro. What is the deal with y'all?
I
Oh,
know,
no,
do
I'm
it, yeah.
excited. I'm excited for you to. I'm not going to do my stunner call. You have to watch the video for that one, but yeah, definitely check it out. And I always have some stuff that I'm thinking about that I might put into the world. So stay on the lookout for
My
not
Pillow
only myself, but what was that, Shane?
My Pillow commercials. Is that
Oh,
it?
My
Pillow
Pillow.
commercials.
That's next. That's next. You'll
You
see
gonna do
me on.
ShamWow? You have a ShamWow commercial as well?
That's in the works. Don't you worry.
What a
The-
great product.
the slap chop. I got a clapper commercial coming up.
Shake weight.
Chia
Shake
pet
weight.
with your beard?
Oh my god! Oh.
Chia
Snuggie.
Achievement with your just your beard.
Yeah, that actually I do need a little shape up there. But yeah, always check out everything that the Pod Foundation's doing. Great group of individuals that we have on this little group that we do. But with all that out of the way, I guess I'll do the little outro for us. As J-Bone, if you want to hit the music, it's rock. All the way at the
rock.
bottom. It's
I
rock.
want to rap.
Rock. Dun, 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 dun. If you like what you heard, and I know that you did. Is it playing, J-Bone? Oh, you have it on your... All right, fine. If you like what you heard, and I know that you did, make sure that you follow us here on the Turnbuckle Tavern. That is by going to theturnbuckletavern.com. Hit the graphic, J-Bone. You're grooving out too much. You're just fucking up the whole show. God damn it, J-Bone. Come on. theturnbuckletavern.com is the place where you can get all of your tavern needs. That's by turnbuckletavern.com. Make sure that you follow all of our socials, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook,
that
TikTok,
graphic.
wherever you can.
I'm
Everywhere
done.
you
This
can
is- I'm
find
done
us.
with this.
God
I thought you
damn
meant-
it.
I thought you meant the outro graphic.
Were we playing the outro graphic this whole time?
No, just a
Oh
little
my
bit. It
God.
just popped in a little bit during
God
the.
damn.
It popped in.
theturnbuckletavern.com is where you
Okay.
can get all of your podcast needs. Listen to the podcast, watch the videos, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Discord. Join the Discord. We got a great community over there. You can also get our merch by going to prowrestlingtees.com if you want to hit that graphic for me, J-Bone. prowrestlingtees.com/tavern.
Oh,
You can
that's
get a
great.
shirt for everyone on Pro Wrestling Tees, including Hollywood Tony, Boney Shivani, MVP Marco. The Rawdown's got a few shirts, but everyone at the tavern has a great shirt. And if you don't like our selection on Pro Wrestling Tees, well, then go over to Teespring. There you go, J-Bone. theturnbuckletavern.com is the hub for that one. You got mugs, you got stickers, you got shirts with the official RAWDOWN logo that you can't get on Pro Wrestling Tees because, they don't like the official stuff over there. We have the Mr. Backlash shirt. And finally, call the Tavern 304-404-2004. Hear your message played on the flagship show. Tell us the RAWDOWN's great. Tell us it sucks. Tell us that you're never going to watch us again. Call the Tavern 304-404-2004 is the number to call. Folks, thank you so much for the final edition of RAWDOWN in 2022. Sheena, thank you so much for joining us on our last episode.
Thank you guys for having me. It was a blast. It's always fun to hang out with you guys. And this is my first time on the RAWDOWN, so I'll be back. Thank you guys
you
for
are
having me.
always welcome to join. You definitely breathe some new light into the show that we definitely need with these two assholes. But nevertheless,
What the hell?
thank you so much for tuning in. And as always,
I am what I eat. Ow!
God